It's Milo, and I'm not very good at fighting games, but I do like to mess around in them sometimes. So today's stream is a follow-up to something I did a few years ago, actually, where I played a few visually interesting fighting games, and one of them was Slap Happy Rhythm Busters. I also played Rakuga Kids and Clay Fighter 63 and a third. But yeah, I'm sort of following up on Slap Happy Rhythm Busters because it introduced something to me, or it sort of gave me this idea where, so I really love Jet Set Radio, and I think the way I found out about this game was through Hardcore Gaming 101's review article about it, saying that it's quite similar for a number of reasons. It's got a focus on its soundtrack, it uses a cel-shaded visual style, it's visually inspired, or like in some of its character designs, inspired by a kind of hip youth culture of Japan at the time. All of these things it shares with Jet Set Radio. And so that sort of led on to me thinking what other fighting games might have things that remind me of Jet Set Radio. So that's just the basic premise of how I picked some of the games today, and we've got about 7 or 8 games to check out today. I don't know how long this intro is, but it's pretty interesting. I don't know if I sat through this whole thing on the last time I streamed this game, but I'm enjoying this. I won't spend too long on it since I did a previous stream about it, and we've got a lot more to check out today, but I wanted to maybe remind viewers why that inspiration exists and how this all started. This is really weird. This is very late 90s music video type thing. Yeah, this game came out in 2000, by the way, and it's made by Polygon Magic, who weren't necessarily primarily a game developer, but they did a pretty good job with this. It's got a follow-up where they reused 3 of the characters, but they completely changed the art style. It was a lot more boring, in my opinion. Alright. Arcade mode, I guess. Expert. I just thought maybe I should use circle, but God, how clean does this look? Really cool graphics. So I can't actually use TomTom, but we do have access to Yuri. So this is, oops, hold on. I pressed circle to accept, and that gave me the alternate color. That's fine, I guess. Anyway. Oh yeah, that was probably my other favorite character, the twins standing on each other's shoulders. Very silly. I don't remember the controls, by the way. Oh, I'm getting owned. Ah! Sorry, I was just refreshing chat, and yeah, no inputs, so I got beat down. Oh, here we go. This is kind of a big mechanic in the game. Huh. What's going on here? Am I fighting back? I didn't know there was a fight back mechanic in that. Yeah, you can initiate those things and you enter a sort of little rhythm mini-game kind of thing. And that's where the sort of music, which is really cool in the game, but it also has an impact on the gameplay, and it's integrated into how you play the game as well. So X does nothing? This is very strange. You hold back to block, and I've got like a strong attack and a light attack. Yeah, X and circle don't seem to do anything. What's that one? What does this do? Maybe it's like a counter or something. Oh, they have Uzis? No way. Silly. Anyway, so Yuri was a character design that I really enjoyed in the game. Oh, sorry, hang on, I gotta go grab my kitten. Misbehaving kitten! Get out of there. Nope. Nope, not allowed in there. Okay. Run along now. Oh boy, so booted back to the title screen. Yeah, so I really like her design, and the same article that I mentioned from HD 101 refers to her as a skater girl, which again sort of ties into the Jet Set Radio inspiration. Well, not inspiration. This actually predates Jet Set Radio, by the way. But the reminiscence, you could say. Now, so I sort of accepted that whenever I thought about the game later, because I put a lot of stock by what HG101 says, and I would say that her look and her design is definitely evoking that. But I didn't realize until relatively recently when I was planning this that she doesn't actually wear skates in the game. So on the most technical level, she would not qualify for a skate fighters category that I was thinking about. I originally was planning to make a pixel art based on this character and a few other ones that I already knew about, which is when I decided to look deeper into it, make a list of games, and then eventually stream them, which is what I'm doing now. But yeah, she's definitely got the knee pads and the helmet and stuff. She's wearing a jetpack, so you could say that she's wearing the PPE safety equipment for jetpack use. I have the no pixels of health. Oh, I did a special and it got blocked. Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, so that's this game. Really cool stuff. But yeah, let's get on to some of the other ones I'm going to play today. And the gameplay quality will be continually substandard because I'm, again, bad at fighting games. But there you go. So here's the HG101 article. Highly recommended. Kurt Collada, very smart guy. Writes a lot of stuff for the site, owns the site. Cutesy skater girl, so there you go. And I wouldn't disagree, except she's not wearing skates. Just a couple of scans of the manual, thanks to Giant Bomb. And you can see, right there on the sole of the shoe, there is no wheels. So here's the other character in the game who is sort of Jet Set Radio relevant. Tom Tom has spray cans and he has graffiti art that he does during play, but he's an unlockable and I have not unlocked him, so who knows what he actually plays like. The game isn't super well documented online either. There are some videos, I think, showing off the unlockable characters, but yeah, so that's Tom Tom. So I mentioned that there's other games that I already knew about. So Lethal League is one of them, but I won't be playing it on the stream because I don't have the means currently. But it's a really excellent little game. Just to show you the basic how it works. You're hitting a ball back and forth. It's a combination of a fighting game and Pong in its most basic description. But it's got an excellent sense of style and some definite Jet Set Radio influence, especially in the character Switch, who is basically a one-to-one clone of Roboy, one of the GGs in... is he in the original? He's definitely in Future. And Latch, who, if you ask me, has an outfit very reminiscent of Yo-Yo, especially in the Future incarnation. So Lethal League is really excellent, but Lethal League Blaze is even better. It's an updated sequel. It looks amazing. It's got extra characters, new mechanics and stuff. Should you watch the trailer of this? I don't know how long it is. 1 minute, sure. So when I found out about this, and you'll definitely, if you're familiar with Jet Set Radio and Future, you'll definitely see the inspirations here. In particular, the music, and for this sequel, Blaze, they actually got Hideki Naganuma, the soundtrack composer from Jet Set Radio, on board to do a track for the song, which you can hear right now. It's called Funky Fresh Beats. It's one of the new tracks in the game. And you could just see the character there. There's one particular character who's very much a Jet Set Radio homage. Her name is Jet. Oh god, this game is amazing. There she is, skating along. Like her animations, like her design, it's all very much familiar to a Jet Set Radio fan. And yeah, so she's like an inline skater teen street gang kind of thing, which is the whole deal with Jet Set Radio. Yeah, so just there's the cast, really cool designs, really cool style. Jet and Switch together, of course. There's a close-up on Jet. This is official art from the press packet. A little gif of her moving around, that's her taunt. And she has a jetpack, much like Yuri. And also a character who was added later in the game, not in it at launch and not in the promotional art. This is Toxic. She has a sort of mechanical arm with paint cans in it, and she does graffiti as part of her moveset. So much like Tom Tom, she's in there repping the graffiti portion of the Jet Set Radio sort of formula. Although it's a direct inspiration in this case. Anyway, so on the basis of those data points, you know, Slap Happy Rhythm Busters and Lethal League and Blaze, I went to fighterbase.com, a fighting game character database, and looked up skaters, and this is what came up. Anything tagged with skates or rollerblades. And this is the basis for my stream today. So to cover a few things that I won't be playing necessarily, Kaminari Heitai and Wiper are both characters from the One Piece franchise, and I was sort of looking into them, but I won't be playing the One Piece games. One, because they're on like 3DS and something else, and two, because their support characters are not fully playable. I won't be playing what's it called, Kung Fu Chaos. I do own it because I had it as a kid, and it's on my old Xbox. But yeah, I don't have an Xbox emulator. I haven't really looked into it, but I don't know if it's that worth playing it anyway. This is mostly a beat 'em up, but it has a versus mode as well. But it's a 3D kind of beat 'em up thing, and yeah, she's like a roller skater. Not very cool though. Okay, what else am I not playing today? So I'm not playing this one. This is from Twinkle Queen, a 2010 Wii game, which is a crossover of various different visual novel characters for some reason, and they put them in a fighting game. So Kanon Azai is a sort of young girl who is good at ice skating, and that's her thing. So she, I don't know, fights with her ice skates, I guess. But I'm not playing that today. One, because she's like really different, you know, not really at all like the style of Jet Set Radio, but also, I don't know, emulating Wii games is a bit tricky. It's a bit intensive on system resources. And the other one I'm not playing is Combat Core, which is this one down here. Mabmans is the name of the creator. It's an indie project, and I'll show you a little bit of gameplay because it was kickstarted in 2015, yeah? And there was a demo and stuff. There's one particular character here, Skatey, who, of course, has skates, although they're kind of laser hover skates, much like the game Hover Revolt of Gamers. But this is a sort of homage to Capcom's Power Stone games from the Dreamcast and arcade. 3D arena brawler kind of thing, but versus, always versus. Yeah, but Skatey is one of the characters in it. She's a young girl, but I think it's clear that she is inspired by Jet Set Radio because at least, well, you know, she's got skates and everything, but there's alternate palettes in the game, and one of them is based on Gum's color scheme, Gum from Jet Set Radio. So that's a cool game. Here's a promo art of what Skatey looks like. But yeah, I wasn't able to play that. Not for this. I haven't bought it. I found an old demo, but it didn't have Skatey in it. Yeah. And the only other ones that I could think of that I'm not going to be playing are Mugen, which is a sorry, my cat's being annoying. Mugen is like a completely user-made fighting game engine, and you can put anyone in them. So, of course, people have put Jet Set Radio characters in there. I've seen Beat, Gum, and Korn at least. The other one is Sonic Battle, and also 3D isometric kind of arena battler kind of thing, which has Shadow the Hedgehog, who of course does not run but skates everywhere on his weird slippery skate shoes. So it's kind of relevant, and tangential to that, of course. I just had to bring up the fact that this artwork is believed to have been drawn by Yuji Uekawa, who is responsible for the modern Sonic design. He apparently drew this design of Sonic as a human for the Tokyo Game Show 2001 event. So that's all the things I'm not playing. Let's get on to what I am playing, shall we? Let's do it. Okay, actually, I don't need this controller set up right now because I'm going to be playing. Gosh, what's first? Oh, it's all here on my little notes. So I'm jumping into Mame first, of course. So let's get started. Games with skater characters in them. And the first one is Savage Rain. Oh gosh. I just pick the first one, I guess. Yep, that's fine. I hope this works. I didn't have time necessarily to test control setups in all the games I'm playing. Hee hee hee. Awkward. But this looks like it's running okay. Maybe a little quiet. I don't actually have anyone in chat right now to let me know how things sound. Fuin Ken, completely new art of fighting, combined boomerang and karate art. What? Really? That's the premise of this game? Okay, so this is called Savage Rain. It's also known as... What else is it known as? I didn't write it down. It's got a sequel called Kizuna Encounter. Oh, this guy looks serious. Okay. Oh, this is not actually running too well. I'm noticing a lot of stutter now, but let's get into the gameplay and see if that goes any better. Oh, what's this? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. This was sort of a last-minute addition to the stream, so I haven't worked out the controls yet. I do know how to run MAME generally, but... Okay, so here we go. Here's the character setup. There's a lot of weird and wacky characters available, but Joker is the one I'm picking. Joker. Because he's on rollerblades, of course. And he's a creepy clown. Woo woo hubba hubba be my baby. Oh, he's a creep as well, apparently. No, this is not running well, is it? So what I'm looking for in these games now when I'm playing them is to judge how well they sort of fit the Jet Set Radio aesthetic, and you know, it doesn't have to be intentional, but that's what I'm looking for because that's what I'm into. And I've really only worked out a couple of buttons so far. I don't know what I'm doing, obviously. Okay, so yeah, the gimmick in this game is that you can switch planes. You've got a foreground and a background plane happening. They actually ditched that mechanic for the sequel Kizuna Encounter, which is why I picked the first one, as well as wanting to get sort of the original appearance of these characters for the most part. Okay, so shift, the way it's mapped right now for my setup, changes lanes. And I've got like a kick and a punch. There was a fourth button, but I don't know how that's mapped exactly. Spacebar? Okay, great. I'm also using a new MAME client that I haven't used before. It runs, or it sort of, I think it's at least a lot better updated than the old one that I was using. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the back end is, you know, almost the same. So yeah, there's going to be hazards coming in on the different planes. So that's a reason why you might want to swap. But the characters also have ranged attacks. You can see the boomerang being used on the track mode screen. She's obviously going to throw a ball. I don't know what my ranged attack is. I have a glove and like a squeaky hammer and stuff. Oh, there's my bag of tricks. They all fell out because I lost. Too bad. Don't let me see your ugly mug again, fool! Continue. Yes, please. No, no credits. Insert credit. We're back. Oh, okay. That was actually telling me what to do. There's a directional attack you can do. Just a quick look at the other characters. Wow. Okay. Well, that's just Kame Sennin from Dragon Ball. Seriously. Oh, and we have like a Captain America with a shield. Great. If anything is in that whole youth culture fashion, it would be that shield kid. But that's only part of the equation. The part of the equation that I'm focusing on today clearly is the skates, the roller skates. Okay, so was it B and C? Oh, that's not it. This one? I'm not sure which of my buttons is which, so it was like press a combination of two of them for an attack. I have an uppercut. I keep changing planes. Well, that must be the 4 buttons. I don't know what the other one is. I don't know what my directional attack is then. Huh. Because we got that, kick punch. Pressing them both is shifting planes, but you can... Maybe I don't have a range attack. Oh, you really shouldn't trust me when it comes to this game though. I haven't done quite enough research, unfortunately. But yeah, as far as whether this guy would fit in the context of Jet Set Radio, I don't know. The whole clown thing, maybe not so much. That jacket is pretty cool though. I'm not sure about the metallic cod piece, but I suppose it's good for protection. There you go, PPE. They don't wear a lot of PPE in Jet Set Radio actually. In fact, some of them don't wear much at all. Oops. But yeah, also maybe this guy seems a little bit old. Oh, there was that pause when the car hit her and then it hit me. I would have dodged it otherwise, I'm sure. You know, I wish I could figure out if I had a ranged attack, because that's the whole gimmick of this game. But oh well. I'm trying different button prompts, but I don't really know the tricks to this. Sometimes arcade games would print a sort of move list on the cabinet, which is pretty helpful, but I don't have that. Boom! Uppercut. Huh. I have 3 fingers, I just noticed that. But I'm pretty sure that she had 4. Sorry babe, it looks like we're a couple. No, that's not how it works, Jokey Creepazoid. Oh cool, we're going against a little street kid here, Nicola. So Nicola is a female name usually, so I may have been mistaken earlier. Unless I just called them a kid, I don't know. Oh no! All that stuff that fell out of me when I died before sort of implies that Joker's got to have more tricks, especially ranged attacks. You got to assume. But I do not know how to make him do it. What a weirdo though, seriously. Oh no. Sprite scaling is pretty cool here, and there's some nice backgrounds going on too. Was I in Joker's home stage just now? I guess the other thing I want to look at is how well the gameplay really uses the fact that I'm on skates to affect how I move or how my animations look, at least. In this case, yeah, he does sort of move like he's on skates a lot of the time. He's got that dash, that's cool. Oh, bang. Yeah, I'm not liking the sound hiccups here, so I might quit this one now. This discus is great, huh? I really am a genius. I guess so. Oh, there we go. Down, diagonal, up, and then diagonal. For C for shocking toy. Well, we're never going to see that, because I'm done with Savage Rain. But we're going to stick in Mame for a little bit. Because... going to be playing Gouketsuji Legends, aka Power Instinct Legends. This is an installment in the Power Instinct series. It's also known as Gouketsuji Gaiden Saikyo Densetsu. This is also in 1995. Oh, winners don't use drugs, good reminder. And there's sort of the main character mascot of the game kind of thing. I didn't actually mention SNK was behind Savage Rain, and yeah, it's Atlus behind this one. So there's, oh god, okay. Yeah, that's one of the characters in this game. It's a small boy who's wearing like, that's basically something that toddlers wear in Japan. And Japan is a little more okay with child nudity than other countries, possibly. But anyway, yeah, we've also got this person in a dog costume. Interesting stuff. So yeah, that main character is called Clara. She's sort of the magical girl archetype, much like Cardcaptor Sakura or, you know, Sailor Moon, that kind of thing. And you could see her sort of transforming into her more elaborate magical costume. And we're also getting sound issues on this one, so that's too bad. Oh well. Yeah, but another thing that Clara can do is transform into Super Clara. And exclusive to the Super Clara form, she is on roller skates. That's her thing, that's her gimmick. She also gets a new outfit, which is a little bit revealing. They could have given another pass at that, I think. But yeah, it's sort of got the helmet and the knee pads, so that's cool, I guess. Yeah, so there's a few installments in this series. Yeah, there's several installments in the series, but this particular one, Power Instinct Legends, is the only one that has Super Clara as a separate selectable character. In other games, she's a transformation for Clara. Great, the clan leader is a... Oh, missed it. Oh, why? No, I don't want to be Ninja Boy. I need to swap characters if I can figure out how to do that. Great. The monk is beating me up. Fantastic. I'm not the biggest fan of a two-character games, fighting games. Let me see, button, what other buttons do I have? Space, left shift, did I try that? I guess I must have. Oh, there are so many buttons, possibilities, but it could also be a combination that I have to hit to change characters. Oh great, how do I change, please? Maybe if this one gets knocked out, my partner will come in, because I'm meant to be showing off Super Clara here. Yeah, so this Legends release is a sort of updated re-release of Power Instinct 2 that adds a couple of characters. Here we are, Super Clara. Here we are on our roller skates. Great, great, great. And one of the characters that was added in this re-release was Super Clara as a separate entity. And the partner, the double character setup was also actually added in the Legends re-release as well. But there's a lot of silly characters in the game. We saw in the intro there's the dog man. The backup person here is like an old man. Not unlike the one from Savage Rain, actually. Oh, this guy's actually pretty good. I'm not into that. You're supposed to go easy on me in round one, aren't you? Can I double jump? No, it was just really high. Oh, nice. Rolling attack. Yeah, this guy's got some paralyzing moves, which is kind of annoying. But this series is known for its silly characters. Some of the main like, recurring people in the series is like a pair or a group of old ladies. Oh, they drew all over my face because I lost. Young girls today are so feisty, I love it. Okay. I'm gonna let this run out actually because I want to change the setup a little bit. I'll have another go. But yeah, lots of crazy, weird characters. Oh, right, credits. Put another credit in. Cool. So who else is around? Yeah, like the old guy, some normal, basic, boring people. The old lady, the other old lady. The dog man, the young kid. Yeah, I don't know much about many of these, but we have at least 3 old ladies. Okay, so pick... Oh, I picked the alt color scheme apparently. Double Super Clara, excellent stuff. Ugh, the boring guy. Let's try and stop it. Oh, it ran out by itself on the kid. That's too bad. People hate this kid. This should be fun. So would Super Clara fit in Jet Set Radio? What do we think about that? I think she needs to put on more trousers, possibly. Oh gosh. But I like most of her outfit with the like the sleeves and the legs. The color scheme is pretty okay. Whatever, kid. You're not all that. Whoa! I have a special thing. How do I do that? Boom. Punch. Button mash. Ooh, I did a cool kick. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, is Clara making good use of her roller skates? Ooh. The backdash, that's a cool skating move. That looks good. Ah, stop it, kid. No! I had sunfish roiling around my head because I was confused. That's really rough. This game's hard. How about that? Especially if you don't know the controls. Everything after this should be better with the controls because I've got everything set up for like PlayStation controllers. Should I have one more go? Yeah, I would have played a port of this because, like, you know, a lot of fighting games get home ports, but this one did not. Some other installments in the series have, but this particular one where Super Clara is just a default character, no home ports at all. Alright, let's see who we can stop it on. Dogman? Yeah, Dogman. Maybe an old lady? Oh, it stopped there by default? Or it picked that one automatically. I don't know how this works. So I'll do one more round real quick. I think you need help in the fashion department. Woof, who are you, the fashion police? So Clara does have some knowledge of fashion. Not evident in her choice of outfit, to be honest. Oh, did I pick black twice for my color? Okay, whatever. I guess I hit the wrong button. Yeah, that sort of dashing forward animation looks pretty skatey, which is good. I appreciate that. Ooh, I did an uppercut. Cool. I sometimes manage to pull something off. But yeah, I'm not good at fighting games ordinarily, but also I have no familiarity with this one in particular. So don't expect riveting gameplay. Mostly just comments about character design, I guess. Why am I even doing this? Oh, she can hit with her hair too. That's cool. That's something I've talked about recently. I realized that after doing a stream about Rocky Rodent and, you know, Kabuki Quantum Fighter, which was all about protagonists fighting with their hair, I then, the next week after that, played Lego Marvel Superheroes with my spouse and did not even showcase Medusa at all, who was like one of the default story characters in that game. And she's an Inhuman whose powers are all about her hair. And telepathy, I guess? I don't know. Yeah. Will you brush me? No, I will not, because I'm done here. And we're done with Mame. Dang, silly Mame. Okay. So, now we're back to OpenEmu, the multi-system emulating program that's available for Mac OS X. Yes, so the next thing I'm playing is Fighting Vipers for Saturn. Reset. Full screen mode, please. Okay, so Fighting Vipers, this is a Sega game on the Sega Saturn. Also released for arcade, of course, because a lot of fighting games often are, clearly. And I'm going to be playing this through the Mednafen emulator core, which is built into OpenEmu. So what is Fighting Vipers? Well, it's sort of a spin-off of the Virtua Fighter series, which was like this big new 3D style fighting game format. And here are the characters available, but I'm going to pick that first one on the list there. This picky guy, he's like a runner-up because he rides a skateboard, much like Switch in Lethal League. but Grace is who I'm here for. Grace is on the inline skates, people. So in comparison to Virtual Fighter, Fighting Vipers is known for being a bit faster in game speed, but it's also got this interesting sort of armor system. All the characters have some kind of armor in their outfit, and as the matches progress and they take damage, then their armor can get damaged itself, and in some cases even fall off. And there's like visual battle damage that you can see and stuff. So yeah, we can see how this is a 3D setup, much like the Virtual Fighters. I know, oh, that's a really short timer, interesting. I wonder if there's any settings for that. But yeah, so you get some of these characters coming back in Fighters Mega Mix, of course, including Grace, I believe. Yes. Oh, nasty. Got the instant replay of that. And we've actually knocked part of my chest armor off there. So yeah, Grace has a very roller derby kind of outfit, and I think that's part of her backstory. Don't recall exactly. But as you can see, the actual armor damage persists between rounds. So I've still, my upper left corner there, my little icon of my sort of body damage thing is still red, and you can still see the visual change in my character model as well. Dang. Okay, so according to my notes, Grace is a fashion model and also inline skater. So I don't know if she specifically has roller derby chops, but she, yeah, inline skating is a particular kind of skating. Did I mention? Yeah, this on the Saturn. The next generation of console after this, they made Fighting Vipers 2, and that got a port to the PlayStation 2, I believe. No, the Dreamcast I've got here. Alright, can I change the timer? No, there's not that many options. Okay, never mind. Let's try again then. Should I show Picky a little bit? Little brat. Too young. He's too young to be a Rudy. Look at this kid. Go to school, kid. But yeah, he's got that skateboard, but he's not even using it. What's your problem, dude? In Lethal League, Switch is like always on that skateboard. And not only that, he uses it to attack. If I got the right button combo, I would probably be able to use this skateboard. But anyway, we're not here for you, Picky. Gonna get back to Grace. It looks like we always start with this JoJo knockoff guy, I suppose, when we're doing arcade mode. Whoever we pick, but that's okay. I'll try. I can't promise that I'll succeed at all. Good grief! Nearly half my health bar in one hit, dude. Hardly seems fair. Ooh, that's nice. Sorry, I'll just practice the movement a little bit here. You can double tap back. I did a little rush forward and it looked like she definitely was... Yeah. So after the initial sort of dodge forward, there's like a running animation, and mine definitely is using the skates. Oh, big hit. That felt good. Never going to do that again. Oh! The timing, so strict. If you're not done, then they just call it. Whoever has the most health wins at that point. But yeah, Grace is pretty cool. She shows up again in the sequel, like I was saying, 1998. This is also 1995. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. So pretty impressive that they were putting out something that looked like this in the same year that those other 2D games were being made. So it's really an early 3D game, but still looks quite good. Sequel looks even better though, of course. 1998 for arcade and a Dreamcast home port. They redesigned a lot of the characters, including Grace, for the sequel. I think she probably looks... She's more covered up in the sequel, that's for sure. But... Oh, how do I continue? Okay, we're doing it. The setup is very similar to Sonic the Fighters, which is the game like this that I'm most familiar with, I think. Yeah, stuff. Have I still got no viewers? Let me pause for a second. I used to be able to check. Yeah, I don't. Oh well. It's no biggie. I'm fine. Yeah, so there's the sequel, there's the redesigns and everything. And yeah, more elaborate outfit for Grace there. But I kind of like the color scheme, the simplicity of this one, this outfit. Oh, was that? Oh, I won! I actually won. I was ready to continue, but that last hit knocked him down. Actually, now that I look at it, the background is actually 2D. Interesting. Anyway, let me see. Yeah, so Fighting Vipers 2 was kind of the end of the series, I think, because they sort of focused on Virtua Fighter after that, but I don't know, did some of the characters from Virtua Fighter make it over there? I know that one of the characters from this game, Honey, made it into Sonic the Fighters, sort of. Was intended to be as a cat person, but then was sort of unused content, but you could still hack it in. And then eventually when they re-released Sonic the Fighters on PS3 and 360, Honey the cat became available as a legitimate character, which is really cool. So yeah, that's that Sonic connection, as well as, you know, Sonic the Fighters characters being in Bark, also being in Fighters Megamix. Fighters Megamix was like a crossover between different Sega fighting games of the time, and it included, you know, a lot of Virtua Fighter games and Fighting Vipers games. Mostly Virtua Fighter 2 characters, strangely, you know, because that was the most recent one, I guess. So Grace is also in Fighters Megamix, which was a 1996 Saturn game that, you know, predates the sequel to this, clearly. Should we do one more round? I don't know. Yes. And yeah, so there's the Saturn version of Fighters Megamix, but there's also a version of it for the Game.com, which was a Tiger, like, mini handheld. Not mini, it was just a handheld with a black and white screen and such. Game Boy knockoff. Very unsuccessful. But they did manage to get a couple of high-profile things ported to it. The Fighters Megamix port, though, is very cut down, clearly. Not 3D, actually. So there you go, you've lost the big selling point of that era. But also they cut a lot of characters, and Grace is not in the Game.com version. But she still has, you know, those few appearances, and I think she's a pretty cool character. I don't know, like, and I like that the skates are very much part of her playstyle, I guess, and her outfit too is very, you know, very influenced, or no, like, yeah, just tied into the fact that she's all about the inline skating, and very good use of protective safety gear, I must say. But if I were to compare it to what you know, some of the things I like about Jet Set Radio, which is the character designs, she doesn't really fit in with that as much. Because she's not really, like, despite being a fashion model in the game, it's not really that type of fashion that is her type of fashion, if you see what I mean. She's also wearing giant hoop earrings, apparently. But heck, why not? The sequel actually is more in line with what I would expect from a Jet Set Radio character in terms of her character design. But that's not what I'm playing. I could have played it. I have a Dreamcast emulator working, but I just don't have the ROM handy. I guess I picked the first one out of the two to represent Grace, and there you go. There's Grace, and there's Fighting Vipers. So not bad, yeah. Pretty good rep for skating, I think. No, I don't want to quit the whole program just yet, but we're going to leave Fighting Vipers behind, and the next thing we're going to try out is from the other side of the divide, a Capcom game on the PlayStation. What's the time? Okay, we're making good time. So, yes, this is a Street Fighter game. Very big series, but this is the sort of sub-branch of the series that was, never as popular. Street Fighter EX, and this is EX2 Plus, an updated port of EX2 from 1999. It came out on the arcades and also the home port for PlayStation, which is what I'm playing. It's a Capcom series, of course, but the EX sub-branch was all developed by Arika. And they had some Street Fighter characters pre-established in these games, as well as making their own, and I think it's half the cast, half and half sort of thing. In this case, I think half of the roster of this particular game is all Street Fighter 2 characters, which, for marketability, it makes sense because that's the most popular one in the series, especially at the time. But yeah, it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit weird, isn't it? But yeah, there's a lot of OC characters that Arika created for this series. And later on, after they were sort of done making the Street Fighter EX games, they spun a lot of their original characters off into a separate series called Fighting EX Layer. So here we got, lots of different kind of interesting character concepts here, including, at the top here we've got all the Street Fighter 2 characters. Almost all. Is that all of them? I think that's all of them. But the one that we're here for today is Area, because she's got roller skates. Yes. So her concept is that she's a mad scientist inventor who has a gigantic bionic arm, much like Toxic from Lethal League Blaze. The arm is... I've written down here that her arm has a name and it's called Cancer for some reason. Yikes. Probably a reference to the star sign. But yeah, here as you can see, we've actually... the sort of gimmick of the Street Fighter EX series compared to the main Street Fighter series is that it's got 3D graphics, and that was the thing that sort of separated them, as well as them being made by Arika and not Capcom internally. That butterfly is distracting. I'm actually doing okay. I'm surprised at this. I don't know if there's a 3D gameplay to this like Tekken does, or just 3D graphics. I'm not entirely sure about that. I'll try some of the other buttons I've got here. But I like how skatey this character is. You can see every step that she takes as she moves is done with the roller skates. Do I have dashing capabilities? Oops. Give me some space, please. Yeah, double tapping isn't doing anything, so I think it's just moving, no running. Not every fighting game has running. I'm sort of used to it. Maybe from Mortal Kombat 4, I guess? I'm trying to think of... I haven't played that many fighting games in my history. Playing... Oh! I did a cool thing and I missed it. Unfortunate. I don't know who this is. Pullum? She's cool. And she is beating me this round pretty badly. At some point, if I really like one of these games, I'm going to start save-saving and cheesing to try and make more progress, I guess. Oh, there you go. I used the bionic arm to really throw her. That was cool. I'll save there. I want to do more with this, I think. Because I really like Area's design, I think. Maybe of all the ones that I've put the time into playing today, she might be most fitting in with a Jet Set Radio cast, perhaps. But yeah, still a little bit too out there. With the robot arm and everything. And she's sort of wearing like athletic activewear, which is not something that you would see in Jet Set Radio either. And the pigtails and glasses is a little bit too cutesy. But yeah, Area comes back in a few of the other Street Fighter EX games as well. You see her in the home port of Street Fighter EX3. So the home ports often add some extra bonus characters, and in this case they brought back, characters from previously in the series. So that was on the PS2. And most recently, she's appeared in Fighting EX Layer the game that I mentioned earlier, which is the sort of Attica spin-off with just their new characters from the Street Fighter X series. So she's in that as DLC, not one of the base characters, but she's a DLC availability character. And you can get Fighting EX Slayer in arcades or on a computer or PS4. Hadouken! And I think she looks really good in that game. From what I saw of her, they've updated the design a bit. It's pretty cool. Do note as well that she has her name written on the back of her shirt. That's good branding. I don't know what I'm doing, by the way, just mashing mostly. But I like that I managed to get that throw off pretty frequently, because that's a cool move. Oh, I did a cool thing, and it failed again. Yeah, we're building up like these super bars, and then you can use them. Oh, what happened? Oh, okay. He used the thing, didn't get to do much with it. Ryu, I don't like you, Ryu. I think you're a really boring character. Get out of here, buddy. Bam. Oh no, he's actually going to beat me. No. Good. Do I keep my super bar between rounds? Let's find out. Oh, I'm glad this is running smoothly. I was getting a bit frustrated at Mame, actually. Oh well. The SNK one, I think, was running on Neo Geo hardware. Don't quote me on that. I think so. They own Neo Geo, don't they? Yeah, that's their thing, SNK. I'm going to be playing another SNK game after this, actually, but we'll get there. Oh, why must you insist on dodging my cool moves, buddy? Okay, Street Fighter's all about quarter circles, right? Let's do some quarter circles. Mash, mash, mash. Oh no, I got mashed. And my quarter circles do nothing. Oh, that was a good uppercut. Well timed, my friend. Do I get another round? That's a draw, right? Yeah, final round. Okay. Yes. Hit you with my robot arm. Oh, I like that. Just like skating over him as an attack. Whoa, I did a cool thing. But yes, that definitely would hurt, rolling over somebody with roller skates. It's definitely not it's definitely something you want to avoid at ice skating, especially because you could get your fingers cut off. Ah, curse you, my friend. How dare you. I'm very upset about this. In terms of 3D graphics though, I think this has probably held up a lot better. Yeah, never mind. Gonna load my state. Try and do a little bit better. Yeah, this seems to have held up better than the Fighting Vipers, but of course it has 4 years on it of extra graphics. Extra graphics, you know. Oh, yeah. Bye-bye, my friend. Haha, I blocked it. Get owned. Quick safety save state, because I'm a cheater. Haha. Yeah. I kind of miss... Are you off? Good luck. My spouse is going to the new spotlight. My territory here, my city has no spotlights at all. And we're used to having them in New South Wales, but there's none here. And until now, one just opened up in the north of town. Mash, mash, mash. I've got all my bars. Surely I can use them. Nope. I wonder what she's saying. Of course everyone speaks Japanese. I think area is British in the law, if I remember right. I think she had a Union Jack on the Street Fighter wiki or whatever. Hadouken, Hadouken. You spammer. Oh, that was cool. And that was using the skates as part of my attack. That's really cool. Oh! to sort of approach quickly. I like that a lot. Yeah, I think area is a really cool example of this, how skates can play into someone's moveset. What? Ryu can just summon meteors? How's that fair? After I managed to actually do cool things. For once. No, my mashing did not win. Surely we can do this. Surely. Maybe I shouldn't spend too long on this. Oh yeah, time's moving on a little bit. I'll try and win this, see what's up next, and then go into the next thing. Oh no! It's very rude, my friend. You wouldn't hit a girl with glasses, would you? Skater, you buddy. No! Oh. I tried to block that. I should stop jumping on an approach. It's actually not safe. I guess that's a bad habit I learned from Mortal Kombat 2, because the jump kick was powerful and effective in a lot of those games. I never owned a Mortal Kombat, but I played him at a friend's house, and I rented 4, like I said. On the 64. Is it 4 or 3? I don't know. It's got to be 4, right? Because Mortal Kombat Trilogy was like a compilation of the first ones, and it was the sprite pre-rendered style. I wonder where Gibbon is. Come on. Oh, we're so close. Yes, finally. Get out of here, Ryu. It says I have 2 viewers. How do I... Yeah, I haven't seen any chat so far at all on my stream preview thing. You got to knock him down by XL. Oh, what? That's not the kind of controller I have, my friend. Is that XL? No. Okay. Could you use my bars? Is this like just assuming that you have a fight stick plugged into your PlayStation 1? Because seriously, that's not an assumption that you can make. Seriously. Oh, okay, whatever. Oh, so you won? Yeah, right. Cycloid. Whatever. Too bad. Yeah, apparently I don't know how to do, like, the main mechanic of this game. Oh well, I don't care. What's next? Sharon. Very threatening name. I do like areas armored shoulder pad things. Oh no. Ankle deep in water, that's not good. Mud is not a good format for roller skating on, I gotta say. I love that move. Don't know how to do it, because I am just button mashing. A tiger! Oh, this thing says I have 3 viewers now. If you're in chat, speak up, because I'm lonely. Not even my cat is paying attention to me anymore. Which is fair enough. Because I told her to stop messing around. And she speaks English, of course. Oh, rude. Oh, so close. Hey, come on. Haha, dodged it. Nice. I should probably move on. I think I want to spend most time with a game that's coming up later, so... maybe I can give this one more round. But yeah, I'm enjoying this probably the most of any I've played today so far. Except for Slap Happy Rhythm Busters, but that's not... I sort of don't count that as part of the stream proper. It was more of a recap. Previously on my stream, I played this a while ago. Yeah, I still want to do a pixel art, I think, of all the characters that I could find that ride skates in fighting games. But I've found more edge cases now than I expected at first, so I have to try and decide which ones count and which don't. I think area is pretty good though. Oh, okay. You can actually see on the side view that she's got 4 wheels in a skate configuration as opposed to a blade configuration. I think in Jet Set Radio a lot of the time they have like 2 wheels but in a blade, just 1-to-1. Alright, so let's see who Jack is, but I might move on to the next thing pretty soon. Or should I try and go the distance, go all the way? Oh, baseball bat. Did not expect that. Did his arm just get bigger? Hardly seems so. Maybe that's his superpower. Not everyone in fighting games has superpowers though. That's the cool thing. They could be anyone, literally anyone. They could be a young naked toddler. They could be a dog man. Hoodoo, hoodoo. Another thing I was sort of making a list of a while back was any fighting game characters that aren't actually bipeds, because so many of, you know, it's the usual thing is to make them a humanoid. It makes sense, but it can be interesting to see how like a quadruped is implemented in a fighting game like this. And there's not too many examples of it, but when it happens, it's pretty fun and weird. That might be a candidate for a future fighting game mess around stream of mine. Well, there I go, knocked down. So maybe that's a good place to end. Let's go. Yeah, you lose. Oh. Don't know what this animation is, but she's not in a good place. Game over. Don't apologize, Aria. You did your best. I think she said Gomen Nasai. Yes, my name is AAA. Why do you ask? Game over. Okay, so that was 1999. Let's make sure my controls are set up for the next bit. Yep, I'll activate that. Good. So, PlayStation 2, and the way I run PlayStation 2 games apparently is a more up-to-date version. The PCSX2 emulator running the Windows version running through Wine. Now, why did I not have that selected? Oh no, that's right. I remember why I didn't have that selected, because I'm not using the PCSX2 emulator for this particular game. I was going to, and then I decided I would run the Dreamcast version instead. So that's what I'm doing. Yes. Okay, so we're in 2001 now, and back to SNK, who of course did Savage Rain earlier. They're much better known, of course, for Samurai Shodown, but also King of Fighters. King of Fighters is a very, very long-running fighting game series. Probably the face of it is Terry Bogard. You might know Terry, but there's a huge cast of characters, absolutely huge. And this is the 2001 edition, which is the second in the Nest saga, I believe. I don't know, there's a lot of lore to this series, but I don't really know any of it. So this was out in arcade, got a home port to Dreamcast and PS2. Oh no, oh that sounds terrible. Oh well, let's soldier on for a little bit. It ran okay, but that was when I wasn't streaming. Oh boy. This run bad. This run so bad. Okay, so yeah, lots of the characters. I love the visual style of this select screen. And lots of cool stuff going on here. Of course, I do know Athena. And I'll know of a couple of these from when I did my all-female fighting games showcase. Part of that was SNK Gals Fighters on the Neo Geo Pocket color. And so a few of these characters would have been there, but not the one I'm playing today, who is Kula. Alright, it's a team thing. I guess we'll just pick the whole team. I don't know who these other people are. I do know, actually, that third guy is a very, very direct homage to Tetsuo from Akira. And he never showed up again after this. Tetsuo K49. Anyway, we're here for Kula today. Kula is she's in one of these ice skating types. Oh, this sounds so bad. Oh well, I think it's gonna run bad too, but we'll do it for a little bit, maybe not so long. That's cool. So yeah, there's a 2D fighting game. We've got a choice between having multiple selectable characters or having striker things, which is where they'll come in and do an assist. But yeah, we're here for Kula. I really like Kula's design, or at least her color scheme. She comes back a few times in the series, mostly looking the same, but the recent release, SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, I think it's called, they completely redesigned her, and I don't like the new version at all. It's very, yeah, very revealing costume, which doesn't suit the character because she's 14 years old. And besides that, she's a 14-year-old super assassin with magic powers, of course, because, you know, of course she is. But she has the mind of a child. For some reason, like, she has some kind of arrested development thing happening where she hasn't been allowed to mature for some reason. I don't know. It's really weird. Very anime. But she really likes... You saw her with a lollipop on the select screen, actually. So yeah, she likes lollies. But yeah, she has these magic ice powers. She can summon ice anywhere. That's probably why her hair is blue as well. And again, I got to say, I really love the look of the characters here, and the animation, the style, the shading. It's all really beautiful. And yeah, but she does this ice skating thing, I guess sometimes. It's part of her character for sure, but yeah, you can see it there in her dash. She's definitely not wearing the skates all the time. Oh, I think I just knocked out the striker, but then he got me with a special. Oh, he won? But, wait. So I only had one character, but they had 3. Did I have more health, or what? I don't know, this is weird. I don't really understand the setup here. Yes, I'll continue. What's this? Power gauge max. Continue service. Oh, I get to pick like a bonus for when I continue, I guess. So I don't know what this is. CPU something 1.3, power gauge max, something up, or no service. I'll pick the first one. Sure. Oh, we're picking again. Okay, whatever. Same again, please. That's fine. Might do a save state. Oh, I don't know how to save state in the Dreamcast emulator. Oh well. Yeah, so let's try and examine Kula Diamond's ice skating capabilities here. So let's see, if we go back, it's just sort of a dodge, but if we go forward, she pulls out the skates, and these are like magical skates that she's creating on the fly, made out of ice. New meaning to the word ice skate. But some of her attacks also will include an ice skate on a kick or something. Yeah, you could see there actually when it slowed down as I landed that final kick, there was a sort of skate blade on the base of her shoe. So that's what she does. So in that sense, it's sort of a cheat in terms of her being a skating representative, because she's not always wearing skates. They appear on demand through her magic ice powers. But yeah, she's got all kinds of flashy attacks that use those powers, which is nice. I like that a lot. Boom! Bye-bye. And the snowflakes around her, that's very nice. Yeah, so I think the idea is that because they've got 3 characters to pick from there, they have less health on them. Yeah, because that one came in with very little health. So this is Athena. Boom. Get owned. I don't know what the buttons really do. So I think that character is like her handler at the assassin agency or something. Yeah. Oh, that sound is bad. I'm sorry about that. It's the emulation. Not great. Edit your team again. No, same team, please. So I think Terry's up there, and some other people. Andy, Joe, and Mary. Who are these people? Who knows? So Cooler Diamond actually debuted in King of Fighters 2000, but she was only a hidden boss and a sort of unlockable, or like you would unlock her with a code. She's a very secret kind of character. So 2001 is the first time she's there by default, which is why I picked that to play. And I'm playing the home port here on Dreamcast, of course. But yeah, she basically looks like this for most of the series. And I like the design, but it is, you know, more a Super Assassin design than a Jet Set Radio design, which is perfectly reasonable and valid. But yeah, I don't know how well she would fit in with the Rudies, especially since she's literally a child mentally, as I said. According to, you know, the biographies that I read online. I can't really claim to be an expert on the SNK fighting game universe. So let me see. Yeah, especially with the like technical issues I'm having, we might call that one there. But yeah, pretty cool character, not bad. So that's it for King of Fighters. Next, please. What's this? Terminal opened up. Right, so next is the PS2. So we'll jump back in there. Just make sure my controller thing is on. It was. Hope that didn't mess anything up, but guess not. The ISO's on. Boot fast. Is that working? I should boot full. I should always boot full. Yes, reset. Okay. Cool. PS2. Very nostalgic. So, what are we playing now? We're jumping ahead to 2007 for the next Skate Fighter. And this is Arcana Heart. A sort of more budgety series, or, you know, not a heavy hitter in the fighting game world. The series is by Examu. As far as I can tell, there's 3 main installments in the series and a bunch of re-releases and updates and, you know, ports and such. But this one is the very original of the series, and I don't think that the particular character that I'm playing today, her design changes much over the series. So yeah, in terms of what kind of style of game it is, it's more like the Guilty Gear anime type fighter, I think. But yeah, the characters are a bunch of Moe tropes, clearly. We did briefly see our character there, but yes, getting a whole music video opening. Very anime style, which is cool. So yeah, it was in the arcade, and this is the PS2 home port that I'm playing. And again, I'm playing it through PEC SX2 Windows version running in Wine. But surprisingly, it's actually running very smoothly, so I'm pleased about that. So I guess the premise here is that there's a bunch of girls and women. I think it's, yeah, did I mention this on the all-female fighting game showcase? I must have. Anyway, they all have a kind of cosmic sort of sponsor, like a god or a spirit who is like using them as a champion on Earth or whatever. That's how I understand it. And these spiritual entities are called Arcana, hence the name Arcana Heart. So, yes, that's it. Let's get into the game, shall we? start. Oh, that says 2008. Yeah, I guess the arcade was 2007, and then this one is 2008. And it has a story mode, not just an arcade. So, oh, this is an interesting setup. Whoops. No. What happened? Why is my controller? Oh, ooh, that's right. The controller thing. Hold on. Can I? Wait a minute. I should have tested this better. Oh, what happened? I messed it up. Hang on. I'll just check if I can configure this quickly. Sorry about this. So, what did I last play on this? I must have had a problem with the analog stick. That must be it. Yeah, we've got all the keyboard set up for that, but analog. Is that enough? Oh gosh. Yeah, I think the last time I did this... Hang on. It's still running, isn't it? But I kind of lost it, so I guess I'll have to do this. Okay. Yeah, last time I played this, I don't think I needed analog input or something. Maybe. I really should have tested this better, eh? These big showcase streams are always a bit of a mess when I don't get the prep time I need. So I can definitely navigate. Ah, no, I can't move the cursor on this menu. So something's wrong. All right, I have other options. That's all right, I might have to skip this one, but you would have seen in the intro the character that represents roller skating in this game is Lilica Falconrow, who is a sort of half demon girl, and she's in high school, or they're in high school. Controllers. It has this. See, it's recognized the DualShock. Use analog mode if possible. PS1 only. Okay, no. But I had this other setup as well, because I think the input through the controller wasn't working. I wonder if I should connect my other controller. Okay, a bit of live on the fly experimentation here, but I happen to have an Xbox One controller right here. So will it recognize this? Oh, that's DualShock 2. Yeah, of course. Can I like put in a new... Oh my gosh, what is this? Test device? No. Refresh. Yeah, maybe it's just not working. The wine thing might be an issue. I do have the Mac version of the emulator, so that's probably worth trying before I give up completely, but yeah, that's too bad. If I have to skip this one, that's fine. Alright, I gotta do this. Hold on a second. I'm gonna turn the screen off just for a second while I sort this out. Yeah. So, yes. So I do have a Mac version of this emulator, but I think the Windows one was more stable, which is why I would usually use it. But, so I'm not really used to using the Mac one. Okay. Seems okay. Yep, select that. Boot full. Bring the screen back. Whoops, it crashed. This is the problem, I think. Okay, try it again. Yes. The status is good. Good to know. It's crashing every time. Okay. So we're not going to play any Arcana Heart today. Just the analog thing. It's really annoying. It really annoys me when a game will lock, like, a lot of controllers these days have a D-pad and an analog stick, right? But you can only use one or the other, like in gameplay or in menus. And the other just does nothing. So if I had D-pad ability in that game, like if the game had been made that way, then I would have no problem at all. Oh well, there goes Arcana Heart. I can't even show it off. I haven't prepared anything. So, but suffice to say, there is a girl in it who has roller skates. They're kind of like armored roller skates, which are really weird looking, but that's cool. Yeah. Can't judge that one, unfortunately. Dang. That's okay. The next one on the list, and I think the last game that I'm going to be playing today, is the one I was most looking forward to. Huh. Why is it not in here? What it... Gosh. Hold on a second. Oh, that's right. It's in a different folder. Gosh. Okay. We'll be right back. Here we go. That's it. Okay, we're back. Cool. So the PSP, where... Do you know the PSP, also known as the PlayStation Portable? This is a Konami game, and look at all those names. This is a massive crossover of manga characters. It's called Sunday vs. Magazine Shuketsu Chojo Daikessen. And I don't know what that means, but it's a crossover of Shogakukan's Shonen Sunday comic magazine and Kodansha's Shonen magazine, and they all have their own range of comics in them and just a ton of different characters, and so this is a huge mashup. It's not unlike the Jump Ultimate Stars, Jump Superstars, Jump Force, that kind of thing, but that was only Jump. This is two different companies coming together, and here we can see some of the many characters that we could play as. Do you recognize any of them? Because I do not. I'm not too familiar with this with these titles. But yeah, this is a 2009 PSP game. I'm finding this graphical style pretty charming. Okay, we've seen our chosen characters twice now so far. Oh, that's Cyborg 9. I know that guy. Anyway. Yes, we're going to get the full intro here. Good stuff. This is going to get me so copyright struck. I should probably point them out actually if I see them. There's one. The roller skate guy, you saw him. And the other lady who's like the whole superhero thing. That's her in the middle actually. Red hat? Yeah. We'll get into it. But there's your introduction to what the game is. Sunday vs. Magazine. Very silly name, I must say. You know, out of context. Yes. Oh, I wish I knew what you were going to ask me. Yes. This is like loading a save slot. I don't know why I have a save slot. I shouldn't have even loaded it. Alright, arcade quest, free battle, my room, and option. What is quest? I guess we'll give it a go. Yes, welcome to quest mode. Here you can clear missions. Orbs. You get orbs, I guess? Yeah, sure. Single play, multiplay. I am a solo player today. Okay, let's go to the forest. Are we going to pick a character or is this all prescribed? I don't know. Okay, cool. So who do we have by default? Okay, we got Icky. I really thought, hang on, we should have Croissant as well. Alright, we might have to try the other mode then. I could do a bit of quest as Icky actually, but in arcade, do we have other characters unlocked?
Select your character.
Oh wait, that's right. I had a save state for this that had everything unlocked. Yeah. This one?
Arcade.
Yeah, we'll do arcade and then we'll do quest. There we go, perfect. Yeah, I downloaded a state off the internet that had everything unlocked, which is good. So yeah, so many characters. Does it tell you where they're from? Maybe. No, I don't think it does. Okay, so the two characters that we're interested in today for the skating reasons is this guy. His name is Iki Minami. So Iki is his nickname. His name is Iki Minami. And he's from Air Gear, which is a manga that ran from 2002 to 2012. Had an anime adaptation in 2006 that covers 12 of the 37 volumes of the manga. And the anime adaptation, the soundtrack, a lot of it is done by Skank Funk, aka Hideki Naganuma. So there is a very strong and direct connection to Jet Set Radio through these characters and the anime adaptation. Even though I'm pretty sure this is all based on the manga. Let me see. Konami, blah, 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 blah. Yes, and the other character who is also from Air Gear is like his rival slash love interest slash co-protagonist or whatever. And her name is Ringo Noyamano. And this is her sort of like a superhero persona and like a hidden identity kind of thing where she dresses up as this character called Croissant Carmen. And that is what this is. Gosh, look at the look at the katakana that spells her name. Kuro wa san. Like, it's really funny when Japanese tries to import a French word, how they have to like torture their language to try and get an approximate pronunciation of it. It's amusing. Anyway, who else have we got? All sorts of crazy people. Robot guy, that's cool. Boxer guy, yep. Glasses guy, sword guy, bigger sword guy, weird arm guy. Yeah, all sorts of people. Oh, Tiger Head, that's cool. Oh, it's Devilman. I know Devilman. That's the Devilman, by the way. And this is, of course, Cyborg 9 by Shotaro Ishinomori. Did I get that right? Anyway, but yeah, we'll be playing the Air Gear characters today because that's what we're here for. They ride roller skates because they're like inline skaters. I don't know too much about the premise of the manga, but there's a lot of like battles and roller skates and magic powers. So yeah, arcade mode. Nope. I pressed X because I am in the West, and a lot of the time in Japan, circle is accept. Itsuki. Single mode, yes. Okay. So it's a series of fights in arcade mode, clearly. I'm actually interested in what this quest mode is, but yeah, look at that. Skating. Oh, he rolled up one of his trouser legs. How cool. Oh no! Oh no, you can't do that. Why? Whoa, ooh, that makes me mad. Okay. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh. Why did you... Alright, hang on, I gotta do something real quick. To make this easier on myself if this crashes again. I gotta move this ROM to a different folder. But yeah, this is like this game, and these characters have the most potential to be hitting my Jet Set Radio buttons, which is very exciting to me. So I knew I might be spending some time on this game, and I just hope it doesn't habitually crash, because that would be tragic. That would be utterly irritating. Okay, go. And we might have to load that state again. No worries. Okay, arcade mode, I guess. Oh, have you lost my controller? Oh, that's worrying. Why would it do that? Sorry, what? Why is it... I can't... My only button... Okay, so I can move in the interface. Hold on. This is very frustrating. I don't understand. Oh, these streams always turn out this way, don't they? Just check the controls. Yeah, this is like a port of a touchscreen smartphone emulator or something. Yeah, it's all set up like it should be. My control's definitely connected. Test analogs. No, we don't. We're not going to use analogs. Surely we don't need to. This was working before, like just a minute ago. I guess I'll quit and start it again. That could work. It's a really cool emulator for the most part. Because like my inputs are working on the menus but not in the game. Okay, it's working. As long as this works. Yes, oh thank God. Okay. Alright, let's see what quest is. Yeah. Skip. And then if it's a dud, I'll go and do arcade mode. So that'll all work out. Level 1. So we'll do Ikki first. He's the protagonist of the series. He's your typical shonen hero with spiky hair and an attitude. Somebody's talking to me. I need to go in a warp zone. I need to pick one. But first, we can have a look at our styling here. Our character control. That's a really interesting way of skating, Itsuki. You're a weirdo. But the dash looks good. He just goes forward somehow. Yeah, he's probably magic or something. Yeah, we can jump. I can't actually do any other inputs right now because we're not really in a fighting mode. Oh wow, okay. It's like a beat 'em up. Okay, so that's what quest mode is. I'm supposed to be playing fighting games here today, but yeah, there's like a beat 'em up mode in this, I guess. Where you advance through menus and... Oh cool, that's very stylish. Alright, yeah, I don't think this is gonna be appropriate, so let's just do arcade mode, because that's the fighting game structure that we're used to from this stream. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for the beat 'em ups, because there are several beat 'em ups that have a roller skating character, of course. So yeah, let's try and do a run as Ikki and one as Cinnamon as well. Ringo. Oh, I'll get a different... Yeah, okay, whatever. This looks like a One Piece character. It might be the same author. Oh no, I hope this works. Maybe I should skip this. Okay, good. Natsu. Doraguniru. You know, just to be safe, I'm going to save a state when I get to this point. Coolio. Alright, how we doing? So yeah, what I noticed before was the sound effects. It's going to put like Japanese manga style onomatopoeia whenever you hit something, which is really cool. You know, Jump Superstars had these graphical touches to evoke the style of a manga in the game, and this is doing a similar thing. They're going about it differently, of course. The Jump games have like, they take place inside manga panels and everything. It's really strange and interesting, and it's more of a platform fighter. This is a bit more traditional fighter, clearly. But yeah, apparently I do a lot of spinning. That's my deal. And flipping, I like that a lot. So at a certain point as well, I'm going to also check out the home stage of the Air Gear characters just to see if there's any, you know, skank funk music in there. You never know, there might be. But it's uncertain. Yeah, Naganuma used to have everything that he'd composed for Air Gear in a playlist on his SoundCloud, but he took down a lot of his copyrighted stuff from SoundCloud more recently, so you can't actually find much there anymore. But if you know where to look, you can still find the soundtrack to Air Gear, and it's really cool stuff if you're into Hideki Nagamu's work on Jet Set Radio and such. Oh, you have ice powers? Whatever, dude. No, that's so close. Hold on. I'm gonna totally cheese my way through this. Because of all the games, this is the one, because of those connections, that I want to try and do best on. And maybe make progress and get through the campaign if I can. Or, you know, the arcade mode. Oh no. Since we're so close to getting the last hit on this guy. Last couple of hits, I guess. Of course, my problem is, like all these fighting games, I don't know what the inputs are, I don't know how to do the special moves. I'm really just muddling my way through, but yeah, it's cool, I guess. I should check out the alt costumes too. Yeah, as far as Air Gear rep in video games goes, I think this is the only time that the characters are in a game. What is playing? Under my character portrait that says I've got 4 of something. I don't know what though. Oh, the drop kick. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, so it's nice that there's 2 characters from the franchise in here. I don't know how many of the series that are represented in this game have that honor. But yeah, Ringo is the other main character, basically, and she's a very powerful character in that series. Ooh. But I'm interested in how they handle that whole cinnamon thing. Ah! You jerk. So his counter of tokens under his name has gone down to 1. I don't know what that means exactly. Ugh, quit it, you jerk. He seems to have different elemental powers, fire and ice. Haha, timed that good, didn't I? Oop. Hey, I blocked it. There sure are a lot of voice clips in this game. Oh, I can roll over that. Roll! Can't mess around though. This is actually pretty tough. I wonder if there's a difficulty slider somewhere. No, no, you got me. Okay. Let's judge this guy's fashion now. In terms of what he's wearing, it's very, you know, he's pretty standard. It's basically a school uniform. Oh, cool. I had a super punch. That was nice. He's like quote-unquote customizing it by rolling up one trouser leg, which just looks dorky if you ask me. But you know, asymmetry, it's fashionable, right? Yeah, but he's got the fingerless gloves too. It's all pretty cool. I think if he were to try and fit into the Jet Set Radio series, I think he'd need to try a little bit harder. But yeah, just wearing something that's like a school uniform is very common for shonen manga, isn't it? Good gravy, my friend. Good gravy. Actually, can I... Hold on. I'm gonna do this thing real quick. Yeah, that's loud. I'm gonna turn the game down a bit. I haven't been checking that too much. And nobody's here to tell me otherwise. Yeah, okay. So we're not doing too well with this game. I'm gonna... Whoa, he's doing something cool. Nice. Good throw, dude. Alright, I'm gonna see if there's a difficulty thing. And then otherwise, I think I might focus more on croissant Carmen. Did I call it cinnamon before? Yeah, I got confused. Croissant. Anyway, options please. Make this game... Oh, there you go. It's turned on to hard. Easy, please. Infinite time, perfect. Oh, I love this. All these options, very good stuff. And I can take it down to only 1 round. Free battle, arcade. So if I go arcade easy on 1 round, I'll be able to blitz it in no time. It's flat. Beautiful. And we'll make an actual save using this everything unlocked save state. So yeah, good stuff. Let's do it. Let's be Croissant. Now, the one thing I don't know is if Croissant Carmen is actually on roller skates. Croissant Carmen. They pronounce the T on the voiceover, but it's not represented in the text there. And it shouldn't be if you're pronouncing it the French way. Anyway. Oh, that's cool. Although again, she's basically wearing a school, like, PE uniform or... Oh, curses. Okay, so there's a problem if you let the cutscenes play out, apparently. I think when I skipped it before, I got through. That's really weird. Okay. And hope my inputs work this time. Load this state. And they do. Oh, but I do need to change the options. I should make a save state after changing the options. Okay. Save. Nope. Good.
Select your character.
Okay, let's save here. Right. Croissant Kamen, the costumed alter ego of Ringo no Yamano. Oh, and we're facing Ikki in the first round. How appropriate. We might even get the home stage for Air Gear. And I'll skip that. Yes, that's the key. Skip that cutscene or your emulator will crash. Or at least this version of this emulator will crash. I wish I had a more updated version, but there's no Mac port for the more updated version. Now let me see. Yes, I definitely have roller skates on, so let's just do a bit of moving around. I have a similar kind of dash forwards to what Ikki does. I think this is the Air Gear home stage. I appear to be on a train station platform. Oh yes, the roll. Very nice. So yeah, the dash is good. Very cute. I like the cape. Very flowy. Hey, I'm not trying to fight you, guy. Oops, there we go. Okay. So what other inputs do we have here? Oh, L and R do nothing. Great. Oh, that's cool. The kicking, the spinning, very nice. And I can do that just by mashing. So Ringo is the name of the real name of this character, which means apple. And I think some of her like things have to do with apples. I don't know. I read a little bit about this series a while ago, but I don't remember it too well. She seems very spinny though, which is cool. And yeah, even on easy, I'm having a kind of a tough time here. But as always, I am just button mashing. What? Super mode? How do I do that? Okay, cool. Shoulder buttons do something. So L puts you in this super-y mode where I have different attacks and I knock that guy way into the air. Yeah, you're not gonna get me there. So I wonder if there's other ways to spend that on super moves, or if it's just that extra mode. Oh yeah, the music. I was supposed to be looking out for the music on this stage in particular. I can't say that I recognize it, and it doesn't seem like it's Naganuma's work. It could be a version of the opening intro to the anime, which is not a Skankfunk song. But I don't remember how that goes. Again, the mess of lack of research that's happening on these streams. Oh, that's a cool... The upward drill kick, love it. So yeah, we do have upward movements and downward. I've got like aerial attacks, some. Got that and that. Oh, that's cool. I'll try and do that more. Like a spinning downwards kick. But what is this that's like covering up one of the tracks? It's like a roller skate shop in the back of a caravan or something. I'm trying to read the sign as well. Clam? I think it says clam something. Clam jam. Clam jam, sure. Let's go with that. So there we go, first round down. But yeah, like I said, the costume of this character is not super inspiring. It does seem to be a sort of PE uniform / swimsuit kind of thing with a cape and a hat attached. Joe Shimamura. Yeah, I know Shotaro Ishinomori's work because he did an adaptation of Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past in comic form, which was printed in Nintendo Power magazine back in the day. Well, that hardly seems fair. He can punch the ground and hurt me? I don't like that. Yeah, and it looks very similar to Cyborg 9, clearly, for obvious reasons. But yeah, Cyborg 9 is a very venerable series with a lot of cred that's inspired a lot of other stuff too. Ooh, that's a cool thing. I wish I knew how to do special moves. Maybe if I'm gonna, you know, focus on this game a bit more than the others, I should actually look up how to pull off some of the more impressive moves. I could do that real quick, so if you don't mind, pause the game. I've pretty much run through my notes on the game per se, so I could just look up like a move list. Oops, I mistyped it. I wrote Love Lost instead of Move List. Don't know what results I would get from that. Okay, game facts board topic. Move list question mark? No. Okay. But, very helpful hint, go to this option in the menu, according to the game facts. There you go. So what have we got as Croissant Carmen? Splendid loop. Splendid loop is triangle. Knee drop, circle. Spin rise, triangle and circle. Turquoise Sonia, R and circle, R and triangle. Is that it? Hold on a second. This does not scroll, so I guess that's it. That's all my special moves. So I'll be trying to do the spin rise and the turquoise Sonia if I can. R and circle, R and triangle. Okay, it's a bit tricky. So spin rise. Oh, that's the one that I pulled off a couple of times by accident. Very nice. The drilling, spinning upwards kick. Very nice. Oh, that's a good combo. If I could ever do it on purpose. Alright, so R triangle and R circle, was it? Hang on, I gotta check again, don't I? R circle and R triangle. Okay. So I guess R is a modifier command. I tried it before and it didn't do anything, but if you use it in combination with other things, there you go. Beautiful. So I think it's either R circle or R triangle, and I might get different attacks out of that. So we'll try that as we progress. Good stuff. Glad I figured that out. Cool. Okay. I don't know who this guy is. Kotaro. Oh, was there like a series logo in the background there? I missed it. Anyway. Oh. Oh, that's right. It's always a final round. I should probably save in each of these, just because I'm so bad at these games. So we're going to build some super meter, and then we're going to use that R triangle. See what we can do. Oh, that's it. You're just calling out for my super combo. Ready? Ready? Ha! Wah! Yeah. It's just a combination of triangle and circle for the spinning upwards kick, and while you're in the air, you then press circle and you do a diagonal forwards landing kick, which you can then catch them in multiple times if they're being bad about it. Okay, so I think we've covered the fashion of these characters. How about their use of skates as part of gameplay? It's a lot of kicking, which you would think would be really tricky to do on skates, but the movement does use the skates pretty well, especially the backwards movement, just walking. The forwards walking, I still think is strange. We saw it when I did the quest lobby with Icky, but she's also doing this thing where sort of one of her feet is stationary and the other one is sort of pushing along, which is not really... I don't know, can you skate like that? It seems a little strange. Alright, now that we have super meter and we're almost done, I'll do R and triangle. Yes! So that was similar but different. It's sort of a spinning kick that makes like a tornado effect. Looks very cool. Good stuff. Turquoise Sonya. I don't know why it's called that, but people's special moves in, you know, manga and anime can have very silly names for no reason. And it's cool. Right. Kenichi. Yes, so there was the Air Gear logo in the background. Maybe I should have checked if there were easy modes in some of these other games that I was playing, but you know, the thing is with like the arcade home ports, they often don't have options like that because they're trying to replicate an arcade experience. That's why you also have things like the timer on the character select screen, even though that really doesn't make sense for a home console game. It's an arcade convention that exists, and because it's effectively the same game, it just gets carried over by default. Does this even do damage? I think this is just a dodge. It looks cool though. Maybe I can combo it into things? I don't know. It's one of her special techniques, so maybe it's just a better dodge that she has as one of her moves. Nasty. Just for that, I'm gonna spin kick you, my friend. Alright, special move to I am. Oh, that's beautiful. And it used all my 3 bars of special power. I wonder if it's actually the same, whether you're using triangle or circle. To be determined. Cool. She looks really cool. Even doing a basic attack string. Very flashy, stylish. I like this character a lot. Alright, round 5. Mew. From the same franchise as the previous character, I think. Or the one before, I forget. First attack? How rude of you to take the first attack. Oh! What a turnaround. Okay. Just gonna experiment with like directional attacks now. Oh yeah, okay. So if I hit with this downwards kick and then follow it up, there's like a skating effect with that one, which is nice. As I do a sort of forward dashing attack. So yeah, I like that. How about upwards? Okay. I think holding up doesn't give you a different basic attack string. But we have... Yeah, it's a pretty simple control scheme for this game actually. But that's okay. And it works well because, like, you know, it's also not meant to be a serious fighting game the way all these other ones have been mostly. It wasn't in the arcades. It's just a fun fan service crossover for all these manga characters. It's a decent fighter, and it's probably good for beginners like me, which I appreciate. But yeah, there's only a few different inputs we can do, it looks like. Yeah, circle doesn't really do anything unless I'm in the air, apparently. Alright, let's finish this off with another... Bam! Boom! Big combo. Oh, she blocked it. They're learning. So what if I'm holding back when I do this? Oh, that's different. And forward? That looks the same. That's the basic one. But if I'm holding back, it's a slightly different one. With a double high kick. And yeah, the flexibility on this girl, amazing. How old these characters are. They're in high school, right? They have to be. It's like a rule of shonen manga that they have to be in high school. It's not a rule, but makes them more relatable or something, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Lucy Hart. Wait, Luffy? Wait, is this from One Piece? That's not Luffy. It's Lucy. Okay. The announcer said it weird. Okay, so this is from One Piece. When I said, oh, this looks like the One Piece guy, I guess it's an actual One Piece character. Oh, wow. But yeah, I guess Luffy's not in this game? That's odd. I do enjoy it when they do a deep pull, though. That's a cool thing. Ooh, am I losing? Am I doing badly? I think it's fine. Let's try it special. Ooh. Yeah, take that. That's good stuff. I like this game. It is my speed. Especially on easy mode. The fact that it has an easy mode is why I like it. One reason. I also like the style. It's very cool. Should have done that Air Gear research. I'll check out their stage again later, but yeah. Decide for yourself whether whether it's actually using the music. I might actually leave a comment. I've been doing that a couple of times recently on some of my videos. It's like, oh, I forgot to actually say this during the video. So on the YouTube archive upload, I sometimes have been maybe putting a comment from myself just saying, oh, I forgot to mention this thing. So I might do that if I remember or care. Oh! No! I lose. I'm sad now. Can I continue? I can. Oh, thank goodness. I don't have to start again. That would be tragic. Very tragic. Okay, time for my infinite combo. Yes. Spin to win. Counter, counter, counter. Everybody's counting. So why is she friends with a Minotaur? I guess I'll never know because I have no interest in One Piece. And I don't want to annoy One Piece fans, but I find a lot of the character designs in that series kind of off-putting and strange. But that could be part of its appeal as well. I don't know. It's a personal thing. What? Oh yeah, the special thing. I keep forgetting that I can do that. I've just been using my special moves instead. And I'm going to do it again. Oh, I need 3. I need 3 bars full for my special thingy. Oh, I actually gain special bar just by attacking, even if I'm not hitting the enemy. You incrementally just build it up just by jabbing. That's kind of cool. Potentially exploitable. Boss. Its name is just Boss. Okay, cool. No logo, so this must be an original character for this game. Boss. The boss. Called Boss. 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 Who's the boss? Yes, I got the first attack. Ow. I might actually try that super mode this time. So I'm gonna hit R. No, L. L? Oh. Wait. Does that take 3 as well? Wait, what? Is it both? Ah, I don't know what I did. I mashed and it activated, so whatever. Ah, mash, mash, mash. Yeah, boom, boom. Okay, cool. Yes, my spammable attack. I win. So, that's Sunday versus Magazine. I think this game's really cool. And I also really like the music in Air Gear. I've listened to it just from downloading it. I got a rare orb. Cool. Oh, yes, please. I'd love to save my data. Do we get like a cutscene or a picture or something? What do we get? Nothing! Excellent! Beating arcade mode gives us exactly nothing. That's fine. Alright, let's try some of these other options real quick. My room. Records, database. Ooh, database. Tell me more. Oh boy. What are these categories? Hayate no Gotoku. Hayate Combat Butler? Okay, so these are the different series. Yaiba, that's one. Air Gear, okay. So these are character profiles for, I guess, Iki and Croissant Kamen, and then some of the other supporting characters. So what happens if I... Okay. And then, yeah, so it's got pictures of some of the other people. Yeah, he's like a dude. She's whoever she is. I don't know that person. Here's some more people. Somebody else. This guy. Oh, who's she? Mysterious. Oh, and we're done. Oh, Fairy Tale. I've heard of that. Iron Clock. Iron Clock. This guy's Iron Clock. Cool. Good stuff, guy. Good luck with that. No, I don't want to save. Alright, so I'll do a quick free battle as Iki in my home turf, just to see what, like, have another look at the stage, have a look at his special moves. So what is this? Okay, so it's simple mode and technical mode is the difference there. So I guess maybe there is some... Yeah, okay, that's interesting. Obviously, I will often use simple mode. That was good for me just now because I'm such a beginner and a noob. But there is a more involved control scheme that you can use apparently. So we'll verse off against Croissant Kamen. Yeah, real, not training. Make it a real match. And we'll find that one again. So there's all sorts of stages that you might recognize if you're familiar with the different series here, and they're all labeled by a series. Ashita no Jo, Kotaro, something, Samurai Deepa Kyo. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Tiger Mask, that is rad. Get Backers. What the heck? Is that a take on the Osaka Expo Tower? And that's just a shop. Alright, Air Gear, let's go. Yes. Okay, so let's check out a few of Itsuki's moves. Skip this, or it'll crash. Yeah. So in technical mode, I've got my... Alright, actually I should check the move list now, yes. Oh wow, I don't know if this is exclusive to technical mode, but we've got all these other kinds of inputs now. AT Typhoon. Something... What's this? Oh, there's so much words here. The bottom one is Shadow. And that third one says... If it ever comes back. It should come back, right? It says spinning, wall, ride, overhang, 1000 air, tirabu, air tirabu. I don't know what that is. But yeah, that's very complicated. What can we do? Up, down, 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 forward. Okay, so looks like any of the three will do a special. So if I do this, or if I do this, I keep accidentally hitting up. Okay, so I've got that spinning. Yep, and then Or was it up, down, or... Hang on a sec. Technical mode is too much for me right now. So I go up, down, down and forward. Yep. Okay, so I'll try that. Oh, good kick. Oh, the dashing attack. I didn't do a dashing attack with Croissant, but it looks like a pretty cool move with the drop kick. Huh? Why? What? Ah! Oh no! Like this? Okay, so that's the spinning attack. I'm gonna guess that the attacks are all the same, but they're just easier to pull off in simple mode, which I appreciate. But yeah, we do want to see some of Icky's... some of Icky's special moves. Oh, actually, it might be harder to pull off if I'm not in simple mode. Just build up my special meter bits. Okay, so some of my attacks will build that up. Maybe that's a technical mode thing. Okay. Now, I can't just do my super move now, can I? Gonna have to do that special down, up, and... But then, that doesn't use R, but it might not because of technical mode. Okay, we'll try it. Oh, that's cool. That seems like it's the spinning thingy attack, right? Oh, that was cool. I didn't do that one before. So it seems there's more to this game than I knew, because she's definitely pulling off moves that I was not able to do during my arcade mode run just now. So that's cool. Game's deeper than I thought and deeper than probably I'm capable of doing right now. I'll do a quick run of Icky... Oh yeah, there's around two. Okay. Go back to the menu. I'll do a quick Icky in simple mode to see what his special move looks like. If I can pull it off with the normal inputs, you know. So we'll just do that real quick.
Select your character. Itsuki.
Simple, please. Cool. Yep, go back to air gear again, because why not? I don't want to expand my horizons, no sir. Skip that. He was wearing headphones in the intro, but not in his character art or in-game, I believe. But they're clearly using different models. I think they're pre-rendered even, cutscenes. Okay, let's go. Boom, boom. Yeah, cool stuff. So what does his move list look like in simple mode? Very simple, it's funnily enough. So Shadow must be that special move, and it's like a back and then forward and then R input on technical mode, which I wasn't able to do. So yeah, we'll just see what this is like in simple mode. He's got that spinning punch, which is cool. He's got a jump forward thingy, which is nice. Croissant Carmen had one similar to that too. And then the spinning upwards kick, which looks very cool. And yeah, I guess they can do this because of their magic roller skates. I don't know. Who knows? Not me. Yeah, that projectile thing. That's something I never did as Croissant. So it's good that I get to fight against her and see what it looks like. All right, let's see your special move, Vicky. Do it. Cool. Fetal position, charge, flying, hit, attack. Or shadow, I guess it's called. I gotta wonder if the fact, you know, the spinning kick move, how it had such a long, ridiculous name, I wonder if that's on purpose as like a satirical thing. Alright, let's try a special one more time, buddy. Get up! Beautiful. Boon. Oh, right. Yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm getting up on my time limit here. And yeah, I actually covered the games I wanted to pretty decently, I think, as far as I'm concerned with my own satisfaction. I hope you enjoyed it too. Too bad that I couldn't get Arcana Heart working, and just emulator issues. I've always had problems with PS2, and for some reason I kind of skipped over making sure that it was 100% working before I played it today, but that's alright. We saw plenty of other interesting stuff today, and